Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Unfiltered commentary. And not your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support.
This job creation number, 235,000 jobs created, was below the lowest estimate. The lowest estimate from economists was 375. So it was below even the worst case scenario for economists.
We are coming in with a much weaker jobs report, Dagan, a much weaker jobs report, 235.
Now, listen to what Dagan said. I watch Fox a lot. I like Dagan. I got to tell you, below the lowest estimate, the worst case scenario, they missed that by 50%. They expected 3 times the jobs that they got. This is pathetic. It is absolutely pathetic. So, do you see it yet? Do you get it yet, guys? You can't vote on a person's personality. Biden's got a crappy personality anyway. But to add insult to injury, he's inept. Which makes you wonder, who really is the president? I don't know. Let's see a few more clips here.
235,000 jobs added. Remember, the estimate was 728,000, and this would have been much less than the 900,000+ that we got for the month of July.
But this number is abysmal. This is abysmal. The ADP number this week was abysmal. This is awful. This is not what you want to see at this point in the recovery.
Breaking news.
And for those of you that think, well, you just showed 3 Fox Business clips, they're biased. They don't tell the truth. Yeah, they're telling the truth. And here we are, a non-Fox source. Let's see what they have to say.
This morning, the August jobs report is out, and it is a lot worse than we thought. The U.S. economy adding just 235,000 jobs in August, with the unemployment rate now at 5.2%. But that is a lot lower than the 720,000 jobs we expected. It follows several months of gains, and now we have clarity on the Delta variant's impact as we try to get back to normal. But what we are in is the I don't know economy. And with delayed returns to work and school and inflation hurting our recovery, where we go from here is still a big question mark.
Where we go from here is really a big question mark. That was MSNBC. MSNBC and CNN are the 2 mainstream media, or legacy media if you want to call it that are directly responsible for putting this man in the White House, in the Oval Office. Do you see it yet? Do you see it yet? These guys got what they wanted. They got what they wanted. Trump is gone and Biden is in. I don't think they care which Democrat it was as long as Trump was gone. And this is the best the field could muster. Joe Biden, this is the best the Democrats had to offer. It's amazing to me. I believe it's an old Aztec saying. I could be wrong, but I'm close. That says, when the gods want to punish us, they answer our prayers. And so the mainstream media, or most of it, all of the social media monsters, they got what they wanted. They wanted mass unemployment. They want job numbers in the toilet. They wanted all the things to harm America. They wanted to pull out of Afghanistan in the worst possible way. I mean, it's like a divorce. It really, really sucks, and it's not good. But you can make it 50 times worse by what you do and say. It's like this is what they wanted. And why would they want this? Why would they want to beat the hell out of the United States and its people? It's a mystery to me. Because the alternative is they're so incompetent that they don't know any better. And that's worse, because if they were evil and they were trying to bring down the United States economy, They knew it was wrong, but at least there's a chance that they could come around. If they're so screwed up mentally, if they have such Trump derangement syndrome plus God knows what else, and they think this is the way to go, that's unfixable. Let's listen on.
I know people were looking, and I was hoping for a higher number. What we're seeing is an economic recovery that's durable and strong. The Biden plan is working. We're getting results.
Really? The Biden plan is working. We're getting results. You know, I know politicians spin, and I know you try to put the best case face on things. I get it, okay? I understand. I get that part. But to be totally clueless, to be totally out of the loop completely from reality, which one is it? I think they're in this bubble. They get no other information. These guys actually think they're doing well. It's insane. So let's see what our Secretary of State has to say, who is a guy I would have to say doesn't exactly show confidence. I mean, listen to this.
In those 4 days, has that number changed at all? Have any more people managed to get out? And if so, how? And you talk a lot about the conversations that are being had around how to get more people out, whether it's Afghans or Americans. Has that been more solidified? And is there any sense that the Taliban may renege on their decision to allow those people out?
Yeah, thanks, Alex. So a couple of things on this. As I mentioned, we are in very regular contact with a relatively small number of American citizens who...
A relatively small number. There's the spin. There's the spin. And as this guy's talking, does he show confidence? Does he show that he's Secretary of State to the largest economy and the most powerful nation in the world? Does he show confidence? My God, my God. I didn't agree with a lot of John McCain had to say. Senator McCain, rest his soul. But if I'm not mistaken, he was on the Senate floor years ago when they tried to get Blinken in. And he said Blinken was dangerous. I remember there's a clip. You can look it up on YouTube. Relatively small amount. What's a relatively small amount? These are people we're willing to throw away to make our point. And what's our point? We like war. We like spending money we don't have on wars we can never win or even succeed, whatever that mission happens to be. Nation building doesn't work. It's never worked. Ever. Ever. It takes generations and it takes time. It's crazy. Let's look what the rest of this genius has to say.
Remain in Afghanistan and have indicated that they're interested in leaving.
While new polling shows President Biden's approval sinking fast amid the chaotic U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan. In the latest NPR PBS NewsHour Marist poll, 43% of Americans say they approve of the president's job performance. That's down 6% from July and the lowest mark for President Biden since taking office. Among independents, the president's rating fell 10 points from July to August on the president's handling of the withdrawal from Afghanistan.
Look at these numbers. 32% still approve of this giant cluster blank. Those are the hard-nosed progressives and leftists. Those are the ones who would vote for a candidate even if they were dead. Not that I'm wishing President Biden to die. It's not what I meant. They would vote a D no matter who it was, how good they were, how bad they were. They don't care. And that's all that's left in this scenario with the Afghanistan withdrawal. If you go back, he has 42, 43%. There's 35 odd percent. And I used to run in local elections here in upstate New York as a Democrat. In the early 2000s, I was on city council. I know. You get 35% even if you're not even breathing as a candidate. He's barely above water. And say, well, John, what does that mean? That means the American people say you suck. You suck. But I notice they don't have any polls on buyer's remorse for the president. In this case, President Biden. Like I said, when the gods want to punish us, they answer our prayers. You got what you wanted. And that's fine. Okay, you believe in it, you believe in it. But why'd you have to screw the rest of us? And why'd you have to screw millions of people around the world?
61% of respondents say they disapprove, including 71% of independents.
Thank you all very much.
On the status of getting Americans out of Afghanistan. Mr. President, what about booster shots?
And there's his answer to everything. The Biden recovery is working. And here's all the press that 95% of them, all they did was pound relentlessly on President Trump, no matter how good or how bad he did. He wasn't a perfect guy. He's got a lot of personality problems. I'm a huge Trump supporter, and I say that. And I didn't care. I didn't care. I was a businessman for over 20 years in upstate New York. People don't care about your personality. They care about results. They care about results. My God, my God. They got what they wanted. How's it taste?
What about confusion about booster shots, sir?
So now you have to ask yourself, do you finally get it? Do you finally get it? Do you finally understand? Do you finally see what's happening? I'm coming around to the point of view that this is all done on purpose to weaken our economy and weaken our nation and weaken our military. Then we can speculate on why they would do that. I really don't know. I wouldn't like to think that a president of the United States would go out of his way and have a group of people around him that want to hurt the country. I don't want to believe that. I really don't. And if that's the case, then that means they are so far over their heads and so incompetent. We're saying, well, Trump had no experience. Biden was vice president for 8 years and senator for 1 million. Okay. He had a lot of government experience. He knows how things work. That makes it even worse. The biggest criticism I have of Trump is the fact that he didn't fire everybody's ass and then put in smart people. He come around towards the end, but it was kind of late after 2 impeachments, and they wasted the majority they had in Congress, in the House and the Senate. That's ancient history. That's water under the bridge. Who really is the president? Who is making these monumental decisions that affect tens of millions of people? People are going to die, a whole bunch of them. So it does matter. It matters a great deal. Do you finally get it? Do you finally get it? We got Trump out. You got what you wanted. Why did you have to burn the house down too? I'll never understand. Never. And until the next time, goodbye and good luck.